Hello everybody and welcome back to another Path of Exile 2 video. We are technically in maps, but I finally found a merc build that I really like. And so far it seems to be carrying me through the campaign pretty well. I'm almost at the end of Act 2 Cruel. And yeah, just really enjoying this build. It's very much a one-button build, which I really like. We'll talk about it more as we get into it. But yeah, I know we've been doing maps. I really want to focus in on this guy, because if I can get him to maps and I can just kind of one-button my way through everything, that's going to make my whole process a lot nicer for me. For me, anyways. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of one-button builds. They think that it's super boring.
Been a while
and you know, part of me can kind of understand that, but at the same time, my thought process on that is that, you know, every build has some kind of... Hold on, I gotta unzoom that. Every build, no matter how complex it is, has some level of... Why is my camera so big? Hold on a second. Let me try to fix that a little. That's pretty big. Okay, not sure why that was so big. I don't remember setting my camera that tall. Every build out there has some kind of rotation associated with it. And it's going to be a repetitive rotation. You're going to do the same set of actions over and over again. Now, you know, whether you have one button that you're pressing constantly to do the same thing over and over again, or whether you have like a combination of things that you're pressing all the time to try to do one thing to do the same thing over and over again, you know, some people are going to be less satisfied with being less active in their gameplay. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, you'll overuse a cliche. At the end of the day, you're still recycling the same set of moves over and over again. And for me, it's just as boring for me to just recycle through the same set of moves as it is to just continually press the same button over and over again. And if I can just have one button that just kind of deletes things as we go, I'd much rather do that. I feel like my reloads are taking forever. I made a change to my character that maybe I shouldn't have. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna go back and change that, because I really don't like the change I just made. I went and tried to add some more critical damage onto my stuff, but I'm not liking the really slow reload that I have now because of it. So I'm just gonna switch it back to what I had. I went and grabbed all of this here. And I had these here. So right now, the build that I'll link it in the description, but for the most part, it just uses explosive shot, and the explosive shot has martial tempo and scatter shot as its primary deals. It's basically rocket launcher style gameplay here. You're just running around, and we're able to shoot quickly. We're able to shoot multiple projectiles, and then there's a little bit more damage that gets pumped into it. Then we have Flash Grenade that has some overpower that adds up to the stun ability, and then at the end of it we have some Lacerate, which causes it to has a high chance of causing the enemy to bleed. And the reason that's important is that our skill tree has some stuff in here that causes us to do more damage when we're attacking somebody that's bleeding. So these 5%, we have increased chance to hit on bleeding. And then there's something somewhere in the tree over here. Yeah. No more bleed. More. We have a 32 basically % increased damage against bleeding enemies. So basically, as we're running around, we can either attack things and we'll have a higher chance to bleed. We'll have a chance to inflict bleeding just through our normal attacks, which will tack on another 32% of damage. Because they're bleeding, we have those two passive skill sets in there. And then when we're fighting something that's stronger, we need to make sure they're going to get a bleed. We can just toss a Flash Grenade that has the Lacerate on it, and that has a high chance of causing bleed. So. Yeah, definitely not a big fan of the extreme slowdown in my ability to run there. So we're just gonna. Yeah, now I can pop these down very quickly. So I'm just gonna hit him with our primary debuff is going to be the oil grenade there, because for the most part that's all you really need to burn through most things. And ideally, with enough spamming, you're going to get some bleed on most of the enemies that you're hitting, just because we have a decent chance of inflicting bleed straight up with our explosive shot. Because all of our attacks have a certain percentage chance to inflict bleeding. So you'll see that a lot of times bleed will just show up on these guys because our basic attacks have a chance to bleed. And then once we make them bleed, not only are they bleeding, but we also have passive nodes on there that increase our just base damage against things that are bleeding. So that's pretty nice. And then whenever we come against something that's, you know, a little bit stronger, we just pop down that oil grenade, then it gives us another 20%, it gives a 20% debuff to fire, which is basically what we're focused on with this attack. And that really burns through stuff. Now, early on in the build, you were using gas grenade with corrosive to break down armor. You can still do that, and I still have gas grenade somewhere. It's still slotted in. I forgot to put it on the slot here, but you know, that can help out a little bit with fighting some bosses, because you can break down their armor, also make them bleed, also get the oil grenade to reduce their fire resistance, and you can just really stack some debuffs on the enemies, which I really enjoy. But for the most part, just running around the map here, you know, you're just tapping that left mouse button to kill people. And the other thing I really like about this particular build is I don't have to stop to do my abilities. I can more or less just keep running because I'm not holding the button down, I'm just tapping it. So attack speed isn't really... You want a high attack speed not because you're going to be, you know, quickly shooting out a bunch of rounds over and over and over again. You want it so that it's ready to... Your crossbow is ready to go as soon as you're ready to click. You don't want to be waiting on a reload and then you click it and then nothing happens. So that's why I went with the attack speed there. It's not necessarily because I'm trying to hurry up and I'm trying to like hurry up and put more and more rounds out, because we're doing enough damage with the volleys that we're doing that, you know, constantly firing is not necessarily the problem. I want to be able to continue moving at full speed, because that first shot that you do, as long as you're not holding it down, it doesn't slow you down at all. You just keep going, which is great for mobility. It makes it much harder for things to hit you, especially when you're fighting bosses. Really nice for bosses because I'm able to just keep moving. Makes it much harder for them to get me. So we're just going to keep going here. We also have Herald of Ash, which allows us to have some additional explosions happen when we overkill things. So especially when there's a bunch of tightly packed mobs like that, and you know you really seriously blow one up, it causes a bunch of secondary explosions that helps, you know, kind of clear the packs out. Got some blue dudes here. Now, the other thing I like about this build is that because it's so powerful, I'm level 55 and a 57. I've been consistently fighting 4 levels below whatever the zone I'm in, and I haven't really been having a problem with it. So I don't want to say that this build is OP, because, you know, it's not really. Like, I'm not completely deleting entire screens with one hit. That's not happening. But the fact that I'm able to be mobile all the time, I'm not having to slow down, it feels like what the Mercenary is supposed to be. He's supposed to be a dude that's just able to kind of run around and just blast stuff. I know the Ranger is technically that archetype, the run around and be nimble and all that. And I guess the Mercenary is kind of supposed to be a little bit more of a beefy kind of dude, but at the same time, it's like the stats, the way that they've set him up, it doesn't work well enough to be just stand there and take a bunch of damage. So I'm really glad I found this build. I will try very hard to remember to put the link to the build, because this is not my build. I found this on the community mods and Maxroll on Maxroll. So I'll try to make sure I put that in there. But I'm really glad that this person came up with this build, because holy crap, it's so much more fun. This is way more fun. I'm having a much better time. I'm enjoying the game a lot more with this build than I have with any of the other ones. Even my monk build that's able to, you know, more or less decimate everything. Because I'm not having to worry about like leaping forward and things like that, I don't have the inconsistencies, like the inconsistency of the leaping forward for the attacks and stuff that the ice strike and all that stuff has on my monk build. I don't have that same problem here. I'm able to just click and point and click, point and click. And you know, like I said, some people are going to find that unreasonably boring. To me, you know, being forced to cycle through the same set of things is just as boring as just pressing one button. So if I can just sit here and just press a button and go, there's a dude here. some reason I'm not able to... Okay, let's see. For some reason I'm not able to hit him with my oil grenade there. But yeah, for me, this is fun. Especially when I'm able to just move around. When I'm able to just move around like this, and I don't have to stop and sit in place and let people hit me while I'm trying to pop an ability off. Like, it's way better for me. I'm much happier with this style of play than I am with a lot of the other stuff. The other build that I really liked outside of my monk was the Bone Shatter Warrior, but until they fix the armor problem with that build just really it has a couple of issues. My biggest issue with the thing is just the fact that, you know, it doesn't matter how much armor you stack, it just doesn't mitigate enough damage to be worth it, especially if you're fighting a boss. And the only problem I have with that is that, you know, one of the best abilities you can get with the warrior is going to be the perfect strike. And you have to sit there and wind it up. So you're forced to just sit there and let whatever's going on happen, or just try to time it until after you get, like, you have to wait for a stun, and then maybe you can get 1 or 2 of those in. It's kind of frustrating. And I wouldn't mind it so much if they had a 100% accuracy rate. Like if as long as you were able to get the perfect strike timed properly, it definitely hits. But it doesn't. Sometimes it misses, and it's super frustrating to, like, sit there and charge that ability up, get it just right, and then it misses. And then your one chance to get it in while the thing is just kind of sitting there, you know, giving you a chance to do it, you miss it, and it's like, oh, crap. Now, the only thing about this build right now is it's having the same problem that my other one did, but that's mostly because, when it comes to life. That's mostly because I just haven't been able to find any decent gear, any decent life gear. Ow, let me move. Don't run over there. Easy. Alright, cool. Advanced Crescent Targe. Right now I have a Chiseled Targe, which I think looks kind of cool, because it's kind of broken, but I think we'll pick this up just because I kind of... I think we'll pick this up because kind of want to see. I don't have an identified scroll on me right now, but that's all right. All right. So yeah, this build for me so far is just I'm pretty sure it's my favorite build at this point. I'm able to just kind of zip around the screen, and basically it's like a rocket launcher. I'm basically shooting a rocket launcher. It's one of the most satisfying feelings that you can get. The massive explosion of, like, smashing somebody with a rocket launcher, an RPG or something like that. Like that. Oh, very nice. Don't get those every day.
Nice.
So you can see he already has bleed on him, so I don't really need to worry about. It's kind of fast. Alright. Oh, whoa! Arm death effects. Yikes. Alright, so what am I working on right now? I'm just kind of working on these 2 damage and speed nodes, and then I'll figure out somewhere else to go after that. I kind of want to find more, like, fire damage related stuff, and I remember seeing... I mean, I might start heading this way, but there was some elemental damage related stuff. Elemental. Oh yeah, way over here. So I could come up over here and grab some more elemental damage with attacks, which honestly I'm probably going to do pretty soon. But I also like the idea of coming over here and grabbing some of this low life damage, because having the ability to, you know, bring some of the bosses down a little bit faster once they're low on life, that'd be pretty nice. But I'll probably focus on grabbing this elemental damage over here, because I can get over here within a couple of levels and start drastically increasing my elemental damage. Life in this game is more or less tied to gear, which I'm glad I don't have to give up passive nodes for that, but I really wish that life was more based on your level and your class rather than you having to find it and let the RNG get lucky. I don't like the survivability. I don't like the way survivability works in this game.
Simple enough.
I'll grab. I didn't mean to grab the staff. I meant to grab the potion. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm much happier with this build than with any other build I've done so far. I like being able to just keep on. I like being able to just continually move around. I like that I have an ability that will clear out large packs of. But I didn't actually take an ability. I didn't actually take an ability. Yeah, I think I'm going to take damage. Yeah, this is my last damage node over here, because this is when I have an ally in my presence, and that's almost never going to happen. So I'm just kind of taking these damage nodes up here just because they're convenient and easy to get to. And then, yeah, we'll start working our way over here towards, because this is going to be a lot of extra damage on top of everything. I may grab that. Probably not going to grab... Oh, I don't know. That might be nice to have. Attack damage penetrates. Oh, yeah. So I'll probably end up taking this entire block over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 levels worth of stuff. But I mean, ideally, that's going to give me a lot of extra, pushing through damage throughput. I don't know why I couldn't figure out the word for that. We sort of caught up with the level. Ow, get off me. Then you get somebody nimble like that, and they counteract my ability to just kind of keep moving around. Okay. Didn't mean to pick up that either. Look at that there. We have the reason why it goes off quickly sometimes is we have a couple of nodes on the tree that allow us, they give us a small chance of not consuming a bolt when we fire sometimes. So if there's a way for me to just kind of stand there and just blast them like this, then it behooves me to just sit there and hold the button down. Because sometimes you'll get a few extra, like, blam, blam, blam. Okay. Really don't want to die right now. We're getting reasonably close to the end of this. Now, in an open area, this is a very much run and gun style of gameplay for this, because I can just keep running and run by things, and generally I'm able to take them out in a couple of shots, so I don't have to stop. I'm able to just basically run from one end of the map to the other and just be like, just bam as I'm going. And just keep going, going. And it suits my playstyle because I don't like slow. I don't like me feeling like I'm slow and bogged down, and We also have emergency reload, which is like a damage buff.
Bow before your king. The era of the Farragut is now. We skin them.
Ow.
Vengeance! The Marrakech will pay! Wins!
There goes. Get some flask recharge. Keep doing circles around him. Hopefully we get him down. Stun him here in a second. Alright. So that's phase 1. That's phase 1. And then hopefully we can burn them down quick for phase 2, and then we'll be able to move on to Act 3. Now, my survivability with this character isn't the best, so there's a good chance that if I screw up and don't time things right, I can get one-shotted. But ideally, we're moving fast enough that I'll be able to avoid most of that. See, like, I just took half my life there. I think the problem we're going to run into is I'm going to run out of mana. I can't afford to do the buff because then I'm going to run out of mana. Got to take advantage of it when he's stunned.
10,000 spears. Oh, die!
Ow. Yeah, this fight in particular just has a lot going on. Yeah, I hate that one. I almost died right there. That was almost death. Ow, 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 ow. But you gotta keep moving, because he'll...
Our gift to you.
If you can remember that... Oh, get out of the freaking tornado! Oh. Too much fire, too much crap. I think he's stunned. I didn't realize he was stunned. I'm just going to try to burn him down now. Alright, that's it for him. Cool. There you go. Alright, and that's the end of that. So the thing that saves me for all of this is just the fact that I'm able to continue moving at full speed. I don't have to like stop and attack and then move, and then stop and attack and then move. The fact that I can just keep moving and just bam, 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 that makes this build way nicer to use. Way, way nicer to use. Oh, man. I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to pick that up. It's fine. I don't really need it. I have enough stuff. We'll just leave it. But anyways, yeah. So I just want to give you guys... I want to move on to the next area because I want to give you guys an example of what it looks like when we're just kind of running through a zone. Excuse me.
Young one.
But I wanted to take a look at that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I'm going to hold on to that emerald ring. Get rid of all of our gear here. Oh, you know what? I should be high enough. Oh, no, I'm not. I got 2 more levels before that happens. All right, whatever. We'll just sell off. Oh, whoa, no. I want that spirit gem back, but I don't need the skill gems. I've already maxed out my skills.
I will tell your tale.
And then I want to identify that. This can go into my emerald rings there. And then I just want to see what it looks like compared to... I think I like that better. All right, so do that.
Do not wander.
And this can go over here with all of my gems, and this can go over here because it's going to be a while before... Oh, I can upgrade my Wind Dancer. Do I have a 14? My Herald of Ashes already... Oh, no, I don't have the strength for that. Okay, but we have the... apparently we have the dexterity to upgrade our Wind Dancer, so I can live with that. Alright, like I said, let me go run and get this guy real quick. We'll advance to the next act, and then we'll close out the episode with just some examples of just kind of running through a zone. And this will really showcase why I like this build.
Go on, then.
Oh, come on.
I want to know who
I wish there was a way to, like, fast forward through this part. Come on.
Sorry, mate. That went right over my head.
Alright, let's get on to the next zone here, and get it going. So yeah, this is the rocket launcher mercenary. I'm really enjoying this build. This is actually making this game fun to play for me. Not just like,
Has grown too powerful.
not just from the, you know, it's kind of addictive kind of thing. It's actually fun for me. I'm really enjoying this build. I'm really enjoying playing the game with this character.
Back to walking, I suppose.
I want more build. I want more builds like this one. I'm gonna just run around and just kind of, ooh, not do that. But I don't even have to stop. See, like I can just kind of blast things as I go. Not even slumming down.
Oh, I'm getting swarmed under.
Oh, I gotta speak to. I thought I did. Oh yeah, find the ziggurat. Yeah, and I don't even have to stop. Just keep going. I mean, we'll stop for this guy because we gotta fight him.
It never ends.
I just keep circling around, trying to avoid standing one spot for too long, so that way if he does an ability against me, I'm all set. Ow. Unless that happens. Nothing I can do when it decides it's just gonna like stun me in place. There's too many dudes. That takes care of him.
Trees.
All right, and yeah, we just keep on keeping on, right? Just keep on running, keep on running. I like builds like this that allow me to just keep going. So I don't even have to stop for that group. I didn't lift up off my movement keys once. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. This is the run and gun style of gameplay that I want. I like this is what I was hoping for from the Mercenary when I first started it, but you know, like most things, you just gotta find the right setup. And then for something like this, I just chuck a oil grenade on him. Make sure I don't stand in one place. Yep, now we're starting to get tears. Now we're starting to get waystones again because we're in the last part of the game there. Yeah, and then if I don't want to have to sit here and fight through all the mobs, I just run past them and blast as many of them as I can. And that's all it is. I believe. I don't know. I'm thinking that's the checkpoint for the ziggurat. So let's run over here real quick and see if we can get the camp. Then that's the last thing we really need here. Ow! Should have got the checkpoint. Hate these guys that have like these big auras around them. Okay, hold on. Let me grab this checkpoint here before something dumb happens. Or is this the camp? Oh, it's the camp. Let's kill this guy first. Alright. Didn't mean to pick up whatever that other random item was, but that's okay. Alright, let's keep looking for... I'm thinking the ziggurat will probably be over here on the right. But, yeah, we've pretty much completed this, and I'm just going to go into the ziggurat area and finish up. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I certainly am enjoying this game a lot more with a build like this. So, my attitude should get better if I can continue to make this work, and it continues to be like this. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks. Or you can just click YouTube's version of a tip with that thanks button. I also have PayPal and Patreon links in the description if you'd like to go outside the YouTube economy. So, yeah, again, thanks for watching. Be sure to come back for future episodes. Ideally, they're going to be a lot more fun, and I'll see you then.
Somewhere in this region,